Hello. I just have something. I am making Shattered Dream. If you don't know who that is basically a version of Dream. So let's get in. So make your height 8 and then 11 for the skin. Make it black. So I always do the outlines the color they are. Second. Yeah, here you go. Don't mind the background noise, please. I don't even think you guys can hear me. Well, not.
These are women. I'm happy to educate you on
these are men.
on trans
So
issues.
what we've identified is that there's mental health issues with that belief system
I'd like to turn general
are detrimental to readiness, and that's the determination that we've made, and that we stand behind. Gender dysphoria.
And so you don't
Like you did in Los Angeles, would you carry out that order even if the local governors and mayors objected?
Well, Senator, because Governor Newsom was unwilling to address protecting federal law enforcement agents in Los Angeles, President Trump had all the authorities, and the Defense Department happily supported defending our ICE agents in the conduct of their job. They have the right, as Americans, to be able to do their job without being attacked by mobs.
Have you given the order that they can use lethal force against honor? I want the answer to be no. Please tell me it's no. Have you given the order?
Senator, I'd be careful what you read in books and believing it, except for the Bible.
Oh my God.
I mean, look, Pete Hegseth is obviously a very busy guy right now, and these hearings were supposed to be about the budget for the Pentagon, but we got gender dysphoria, questions about transgender service members, the LA riots. And this is what President Trump picked Pete Hegseth for, this type of nonsense and pushing back on.
That's exactly right. Democrats are not interested in whether or not our United States military is an effective fighting force. They're looking for gotcha moments. And, you're absolutely right, John. Pete Hegseth, former TV training, has made him a perfect spokesman for the Defense Department. I think, look, when you look at the entire cabinet of President Trump, most of them are actually able to push back like Pete Hegseth just did. Because the Democrats, look, all they're looking for is a quick clip to raise money.
Yeah. All right, Ford's coming back with us. We got more to talk about, including the chaos in the Democratic Party.
Actually, I don't think we need a nose.
Joe Biden released records on his auto pen usage for
Oh shoot, don't mind that.
Allegations claim that Biden and many others used the device even when the former president was in Washington. Holly raised the issue at a Senate hearing yesterday, the first on Capitol Hill on this topic. Most of the Democrats, well, they skipped out on the hearing. The ones who showed up used their time to highlight what they believe are pressing matters.
Have we had a discussion about climate change that is causing havoc throughout the world?
One of the GOP senators who was in that hearing joined Rob Schmidt tonight last night.
I think it's just important to remember, if you care about the constitutional order, having a president who can make decisions is kind of an important thing. And I think the focus of the hearing today was we can never let this happen again, right? Who in the world was running the country when Joe Biden was in office? We still don't have great answers for that.
No, we don't. That is the other Missouri Senator, Eric Schmidt. U.S. diplomats must now screen social media accounts of foreign nationals.
Yeah, he's like the one
that's
issued
a directive Wednesday, according
in
to
there sometimes, I guess.
Officers will check for hostility towards U.S. citizens.
Yeah, he got like a yellow
Will
nose.
also flag support for terrorism or anti-Semitic violence. The U.S. approving the world's first twice-a-year HIV prevention shot. Gilead Sciences announced the breakthrough on Wednesday. The drug is called lenacapavir, and it could protect millions of people across the globe. Access to the drug, though,
You won't be able to see the outlines, so make it a little light color.
It is the best thing to an AIDS vaccine. Studies show it nearly eliminated new infections.
You don't have to do half this stuff. I'm just saying do half the stuff because you don't have to stuff.
Eventually, HIV transmission. Well, Democratic senators are not happy with the Supreme Court's decision to ban certain medical treatments for transgender minors. We'll get an update on that response from Kalini Duparch. Will join us live from Capitol Hill right after this.
I killed my plants.
Ah, bummer. What kind of plants?
Some kind of fern?
Try putting them in the shower. Steam
On it. Am I supposed to be in the shower with them?
Definitely not.
30 days of Back to Pro at no cost to you. Go online now or call us toll free today.
When Rosa Parks stepped on the Montgomery, Alabama bus December 1st,
I think that's what
1955,
grew up.
she didn't set out to make history. She just wanted to get home. Montgomery's segregated buses had divided seating. White passengers in front, colored passengers in the back. When the bus driver needed more seats for his white passengers, he ordered her and 3 others to vacate
Might
their
have to do that
seats.
whole fucking
The
ramp.
others complied and moved, but Rosa quietly refused
Tired of the
and was
fucking
quickly arrested.
gas station.
Working alongside Dr. Martin
If you
Luther
guys can hear the background, please don't pay attention to that.
citywide protest with African Americans
And thank-
boycotting city buses. Rose's protest and resulting boycott didn't end segregation, but it sparked a movement that ended the racial system, paving the way for a more equal society. You're watching an American moment.
I tore that box
Federal
like
agencies
downstairs,
urge
took
every
the trash
family to
can
have
He's
an
a
emergency
fucking
radio.
skeleton.
During any disaster, electrical power may get cut. The emergency
By the
radio
way,
gives you
it's
the
still
latest
3 hours to make, so please do not mind the pauses sometimes.
emergency band radio. It doesn't need
Trying my best, I
to
promise you guys.
any emergencies. It retails
One's
for
the backyard
$30. You can get it with the free
I'm not
offer.
really a filmer.
Call or go online and get the emergency radio today. Your life may depend on it.
So,
If you can help reduce the urge to go to the
please
bathroom due to your aging prostate, if you can improve your
don't mind anything that's going on.
sleep,
Why he looks like that?
and now you can with the help of Velocity, premium dietary supplement for
That head and shoulders
whose
didn't
lives,
work last
sleep,
time.
and energy levels are affected due to the concerns of an aging prostate. It was specially formulated for men by noted medical doctor Dr.
How the?
Prostate Revive is really about healthy aging. It contains a plant
I think I should.
Three under
I'll have to duplicate it.
Prostate Revive's exclusive formula.
all the way you go down.
Dudes are in high
You
heels.
can reduce the urge to go and finally get a good
Yeah,
night's
you
sleep.
shampoo, yeah.
Here's how you can try Prostate Revive risk-free.
Simply call or visit our website now and we'll send
put this
every new
stuff
customer a
right
risk-free
there.
3-day trial of Prostate Revive. You discover the
That's
low
stop
shedding and
the
amylase.
itch.
This is a $39.95 value, so don't delay. Call or go online
I
today.
need to take that, change that blanket.
Senate
You,
Democrats
you can't even see the arms, I'm sorry.
today after that 6-3 ruling that upholds a Tennessee law banning puberty blockers and
Oh.
surgeries for trans-identifying children. They're pledging to never stop fighting to protect trans kids everywhere. That's their words. Congressional correspondent Kelly DeCart joins us now with more on this.
You obviously know he's the brother that would have been the best one
The
being
Supreme Court's decisive
looking like
decision
this.
to ban gender transition treatments for minors isn't sitting well with 2 Democratic senators who say that this impedes transgender rights. Chief Justice John Roberts
No.
issuing
You
that
guys want-
6-3
you guys
majority
want to
ruling
turn all the
indicates
kids
that
where they
Tennessee's
could,
law
not
does not violate the Equal
have
Protection
sex
Clause of the
or
14th
have
Amendment,
sex
which protects
You,
against
the parents
discrimination
want it.
on the basis of sex. But
A lot
that
of
is
this is
exactly what
parents.
Democrat Senator Cory
Swear to
Booker
God,
has
if you guys can hear the background, I'm deleting.
the discriminatory
time.
treatment of
That's
children.
just
New
gross.
Jersey lawmaker adding this is a violation of the constitutional protections every
Well, I know
child
this
is
on
entitled
the
to.
corner here.
I hope you guys really actually
I
can
don't know
hear
if
the
it's louder than
background.
the heavy one, right?
That's a freaking cute one,
On
dude.
the corner here, the
Puts
Spanish
trans
people.
children in
The heavy
danger.
one.
Justice Sonia Sotomayor, who issued the dissent,
Yes,
cited
he is
other
exactly.
instances of
Guy
discrimination,
I
pointing
know.
out that transgender persons in the U.S.
Well, I know.
actually make up
Exactly.
1% of the
Walk down
country's
here with you.
population.
He'll stay on this corner right here.
I swear to God, if you guys can hear the background, I'm deleting this whole first footage.
The Supreme Court is fighting to protect freedom and access to medically
What?
necessary care. But we have seen John
Wait,
Democrats like
God, Sean
Berkeley and
kicked the
Booker,
shit out of that guy.
others brushed by Democrats, including the leadership, have yet to wade into this
he's a
issue
woman.
with a bit of reluctance.
What was
Right.
He's a woman? That's like, he's a woman. Shattered dream. Fan art. Female. I thought he was already a female. Unless I mean female. No.
The new article says just a month into the tenure of new party leader Ken Martin, the
Female
DNC's
Shadow
financial
Dream
situation
Sands.
has grown so bleak
The Times says the top officials.
You know what? I would do it. I would do it. I would do it. Because like all these stupid AUs about different
Not a great start for
game.
No, and let me tell you, John, it's music to my ears, and this shouldn't honestly surprise anyone besides the shellacking they got.
So if you're saying that
Bottom line is, when you look at every sort of major issue they're trying to fight and die on, these are 80-20 issues.
So if you're saying, oh my God, get me out of this.
And when you look at polling and their leader is AOC, this is a good sign for Republicans going into the 2026 midterms.
Is this why we see so many Democrats trying to pick fights with ICE agents in a desperate plea to, for attention and fundraising?
Wait, what did?
The fundraising situation for
My question
Democrats
is a
right now.
lot of questions going on in my mind.
Are pretty tight-fisted.
That's exactly right, because basically,
So it's not
Kamala Harris
okay.
outspent President Trump by about
I just wanted to know. So you were some kind of skirt thing you're
the
saying.
donors got no ROI, and they go, you cannot continue on the same path and actually hope that the results are going to change. And what I hear on the ground is that the DNC is actually contemplating taking out loans because of
because I don't know if it's the man kicking that key up.
That is embarrassing. I mean, the Republicans, once upon a time, they had an issue with fundraising that is not their problem right now. All right, you mentioned some of those 80-20 issues. Democrats are going to die on this hill, aren't they? Aren't they advocating for sex changes and puberty blockers, which have been proven to be very harmful, sometimes causing sterilization in these kids? This is under the guise of protecting trans kids and parents. But again, this is an issue that the vast majority of Americans do not support.
No, they do not support it, but not only that, the idea that you're going to put the equal protection clause in there which protects against gender, origin, and sex is absolutely insane because gender is a made-up term. And not only that, when you look at the 9 Supreme Court justices, 7 of them were parents, and 6 of them said, you know what? This is a very bad idea.
Yeah, and Justice
The
Alito
front door,
was
right,
pretty
Haley?
clear about
Yeah.
gender and sex in
So
his
someone
opinion.
opens the door,
One of those things was made up, the other one is a fact. They got to trust the science on this one, the Democrats. But however, we had Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor leading her dissent out loud. This doesn't happen very often. It's the first time this term that she's done this. She spoke for 15 minutes, and here's part of what she said. Quote, by retreating from meaningful judicial review exactly where it matters most, the court abandons transgender children and their families to political whims. In sadness, I dissent.
This is the
In
part
sadness for
I need to know what
You know, you got 2
I'm
justices
doing,
on there on the liberal side, Jackson and
or I
Sotomayor,
mess up
and
this
they
whole thing.
decided to throw the law out the window and basically
Yes, start calling me Vera because that is my new
got her
name.
set up.
That's where we
She
are on
can
the
do
bench, and it's really, really
that.
sad. I will say,
We'll see how the
Kagan every
chickens
now
are
and
in
then,
there
she
and other
actually
dogs
tries to
after
defend
that.
her opinion with the
I
law.
got
So
at least
I give
off
her
the
a pass
ground.
right now, but this
There's
doesn't
nothing
shock
else
me
I
at all
can
because
put
these 2
hinges.
justices, Jackson and Sotomayor,
Hinges and bring them up,
were picked because they
So the version with the background noise.
Yeah, well, we spared everyone the 15-minute clip of Sonia Sotomayor.
But I knew damn well when
You know, we
you
don't have the video, of course, from
jumped on
inside the
that
Supreme
damn
Court, so
house,
it's just been the
go
audio. But I
through
think that
grab
this will suffice for, but too much emotion for it, as you
Got
indicated.
the
Way
chicken
too much
and
emotion
Sean had- he had
coming from these
double
liberal justices.
deal.
That's exactly right. And look,
But
as an attorney, I will
roast
say
that
the following. It's not
roast
how you
it,
feel.
She ought to have her legs
Testimonies of
checked
some
out.
of these
That's
people who
bad.
try to detransition,
All the
the
heat
mental
does
health
that.
issues it
There's
causes,
something
and
wrong
also
with
the
the
physical
heat
damage
does
to their
that
body. Not ideal
Look
in
like
any
you
way.
come in a
Porter,
zombie.
great to see you. Thanks for being here today. We'll talk soon.
Always a pleasure, John. Thank you.
All right, well, the pro-Israeli general is speaking with President Trump and presenting military options regarding Iran. James Rosen will give us an update on that next.
Nothing is off limits to David Harris Jr. And there's